Hello again YouTube, Tom here. I'm going to do a fragrance review today from the house of Lubin called Idole de Lubin. Um, Here's the bottle. It's gorgeous. Um, got that African mask on the top, nice coloured juice. A lot of detail and thoughts got into it. It's a nice one if you're a bottle collector. Um, this one is from the house of Lubin. The nose behind it is Olivia Jacobetti. She describes it, got it here, as set the jungle on fire with a woody liqueur, rich in scorching spices, as sweet as sugarcane and as warm as leather. I think she pretty much nailed it. Um, it does smell like all those things. The only thing for me is it's got a little bit of a romantic idea behind that saying, and you kind of go on a journey, which is great for the marketing, but as a fragrance, does it work? Not so sure. So let's see what it smells like. To me, when I first spray it on, I get spices in the opening with it. Gives me a bit of a nutmeg feeling, but I think that might be the saffron and the cumin playing together at the beginning. Um, 15-20 minutes in, the spiciness goes down and the sweetness comes up with the doom palm and the sugarcane with the sandalwood comes sweetened up. It's not um, it doesn't develop much, but it's not really linear either. Um, so up close you get the spices, but further away, especially in the beginning, so passers-by get more of the rum, and it's a little bit more liquid in texture up close. It's a little bit dense, and so 20 minutes in, the general feeling of the whole composition is that of sort of just spicy, sweet wood. In general, it gives me sort of a vintage feeling, not in a powerhouse way, just has an older feel to it. Um, what does it remind me of? I think it reminds me a little bit of being in a bar, one of my favourite bars in the afternoon. Um, the initial idea was to have the pub over here in the background, but the lighting's not very good, so you'll have to just trust me that it's there. Um, so it's being in a bar in the afternoon, a lot of old wood that's around you, the bar, the tables, the chairs, booths. Even if you live in the right place, that you get those big bars that have sort of a cordoned off bit that sort of 4 or 5 of you can sit down and just have a good time. A lot of drinks have been spilt and cleaned on this bar for quite a long time. Um, you've been there before, you feel comfortable there. There's sweetness in the air from the alcohol. The chairs are comfy, sort of leather lined maybe. Those booths where you don't get a lot of bother, but you're closed in your own little world. Um, this fragrance um, is rather quite like a lot from the House of Lubin, so I think that kind of sets the atmosphere. Um, it might sound good now, a little bit of bad stuff maybe. It's not a college night out. You're a bit older now. You're not drinking your sorrows away, but it's just having a time out in your local sort of drink house, um, realizing that the fragrance world's left you behind. So for 2005, it's a bit dated for me for what the fragrance tries to achieve. It's just done with really quality materials, delicate hand, so it does have a classy feel to it. Um, and who can I see wearing it? So people who find interesting scents their kind of thing in a safe way, not in a sort of maybe Creed way. It doesn't smell clean, but it doesn't smell dirty either. It doesn't have. It might sound like a backhanded comment. It doesn't have much character, but it is unique. It is unique. Sort of slightly dubious characters in sort of classic Sean Connery Bonds, you know, in a set in the Bahamas, loads of money, slightly over the top kind of a way. Maybe some of the fellas on the Boogie Nights and Cheers set. So far, it's not a ringing endorsement and a bit of a lukewarm review, and it is. I think they have accomplished their goal of what they wanted to do with the scent. It's just not very wearable to me. It does have a classy feel about it, in a sort of, I remember that one sort of a way, and I appreciate it. Just that kind of sticky, alcoholic bar feeling kind of persists with it, and as much as the whole thing comes together to smell like wood, there is that sort of rum there that isn't enjoyable, and I don't think that other people will get. But it's worth a sniff. It's always worth a sniff. What it reminds me of, um, it's so boozy. I remember smelling for pan 1697 for the first time. I was like, bloody hell! But I could still wear 1697. It's got that extra sweetness there, fruitiness that just makes it fun. With a little bit of the spice of sort of Lansdowne Extreme, so Lidge, and maybe a little bit of Amber Sultan, with that smoky wood. Maybe a little bit, if you have come across monotheme amberwood, a little bit of that as well. But I'd much rather buy sort of Lidge or definitely Amber Sultan. That's a nice one. One thing I didn't go through is the presentation, except for the bottle. You got the box. Can't really see it that well in this light. Idole de Lubin. It does come in a hard box of a leather pebble faux box with, I don't know if that's the Lubin crest. Really nice quality, delicate, low projection. Just not one that I would wear, and that's about it. So that was my review of Idole de Lubin. Hope you guys liked it. Sorry if I knocked it a bit. It is what it is. Meanwhile, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. The main accords I get are woody spicy with a sweet rum and leather. One of the nicest bottles I've seen, on message for the marketing, nicely packaged, 10 out of 10 for presentation. Decent longevity and average projection keep this fragrance from becoming too overbearing. If you mix 1 part Tam Dao with 2 parts potion, 1 part Frappan 1697 and top it up with rum, it'll pretty much smell like this.